Good morning, crypto heads. I hope all is well for you today. What you see before you is the Bitcoin daily chart. I've added in a yellow descending triangle and a pink descending wedge on top of the green descending bullish parallel channel. Let's move this guy down here. It's kind of annoying. Let's put him down here. In my experience, folks, is this is what this video is about, is on the bigger time scales, when I can draw a bunch of the same type, the same grouping patterns. For instance, what you're looking at there, I've got the green channel in a couple different places. I got the pink wedge. I got the yellow triangle. They're all descending and all very bullish, and they all have a target of about $9,000 to $10,000. Now, it could break down that way, but in my experience, every time that I've watched this happen, they've all broke the way they're supposed to break, which is this one is up. But when does it happen? This we could still go down in this area for another month. Um, that wedge and that triangle add a little bit of maybe a time indicator to me, which would say probably about the end of May is about the longest that triangle would go before it breaks out one way or the other. So it's good that I got that in there. There's actually four different bullish patterns there. Over here on the left, the pump up is the flagpole, and the green wedge, basically the whole thing descended down as the flag. So we've got a bullish flag, we've got a bullish triangle, we've got a bullish wedge, and we've got a bullish parallel channels. And it looks kind of strange right now. This is I call this my bear trap extension. If Bitcoin breaks out of the parallel channel that you see there, I've got this extension on the bottom. Watch out for a bear trap there, right? It could be a fake break to the downside, and vice versa on the top. I've got a bull trap extension up here, right? That's not really part of the channel, but same story. If it's a fake breakout, watch for it to hit the top of that and come back down. So that's pretty cool stuff. You might not see that anywhere else. And I've just been watching these channels for a long time, and that's what I just showed you. Those extensions, that's real. That's a real thing to watch out for. And so, in my opinion, if it were to break out in the next week or so, you'd want to probably make sure it cleared the top of the top of the extension, and which correlates actually with the 65,000 double white line here. I'd want to make sure it clears 65,000, and then that would probably be an indicator of, yes, this is the real deal, right? But I don't know when this will break out. We could be looking at a dump, folks. Bitcoin could easily come down to 50,000. It could come down to the 40s. There's an outside chance it comes down here to this range here. There's an outside chance, $40,000 outside chance. So you need to be prepared for that. That needs to be in your game plan. Now, I think it's unlikely, but I do think a wick down to 53,000 is probable. It's got a good probability to do that in the next 2 to 3 weeks. But that's about it, right? It's a coin flip. I'm gonna go down to the 5-minute chart and just show you where we're at. The $60,800 level on Phoenix here using USDT Bitcoin pairing. Currently, it's getting rejected. And what I'm talking about is this level right here, this white line, 60,800. And it's also matching up with the heart line of one of the big green channels that I've highlighted in light blue there. So if it stays down below there, that's an indicator that we could be looking at something like this, right? And there's another heart line here at about 60,300 area. And that's just what I'm watching. I don't really want to talk about anything else. 60,800, that white line I circled there, that exact zone. It's been doing it for about 24 hours. Let's crunch this down. That's abnormal behavior for Bitcoin. As you can see, I have a green channel, a red channel, and a yellow triangle in there. And Bitcoin just kind of ignored all those. Just ignored them. You don't usually see Bitcoin ignore breakouts. It broke out the green channel and just went sideways. Broke out the yellow triangle to the top. Just went sideways. All right. And then I saw this red channel, and it broke out the bottom of the red channel, and just kind of went sideways, and quick dump back up. That's not normal for Bitcoin. So, in my opinion, this level where we're at right now, you could call it 60,600 to basically 61,000. But on my chart, I know it's this white line. 60,800 is what I need to be watching. Is that going to be support or resistance for the next day or two or whatever? If it's resistance, then expect more downside. If it's support, if Bitcoin can get back up here and reclaim that, then that's how it gets up here. But I just feel like this is going to dump further in the short term, and in the long term, Bitcoin will be on its merry way. So one problem I have, real quick before I go, with this being a pump coming is this here. So if I just go to the left and ignore everything to the left, I would say, well, look at the big dump down. There's going to be a big pump up coming. But the problem with that is the big dump down was canceling out this pump here, right? And so basically, when it comes back down here, that move is basically done. And it's just going straight to the right since then. And I generally do not see, in this situation, I generally do not see a big pump that comes straight back out sideways and then a big pump. Right? You just generally don't see that. Just right away. Now maybe just consolidation later on it does pump, but I just thought I'd throw that in. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. Later, 60,800. It'll be a little different number from exchange to exchange. All right, later. Have a good day.